Hello students, welcome to the EVS class. Today we are going to start our next chapter. Chapter number is 6, Reproduction in Plants. Open your books students. About the chapter, you have learned that all living things have the ability to produce more of their own kind. Reproduction helps in the continuity of a race or species. In this chapter, you will learn about the different ways reproduce, seed, dispersals and plants of foreign origin. Okay students, start the chapter. Like animals and humans, plants also have the ability to produce more of their kind. Okay students, आज के चैप्टर में हम पढ़ेंगे reproduce in plants. जैसे कि एक ह्यूमन एक दूसरे ह्यूमन को बर्थ दे सकता है, वैसे ही एक एनिमल को बर्थ दे सकता है. सेम काइंड ऑफ प्लांट्स भी अपने हिस्से में से, अपने बॉडी के हिस्से में से एक दूसरे प्लांट्स को बर्थ दे सकते हैं. आइए आज हम पढ़ते हैं. फर्स्ट टॉपिक इज व्हाट आर द वेज इन विच प्लांट्स रिप्रोड्यूस. प्लांट्स रिप्रोड्यूस बाय एनी वन ऑफ दीज थ्री वेज, फ्रॉम शीड्स, फ्रॉम बॉडी पार्ट्स, vegetative reproduction through spores. Do you know? Name two other monocotyledons and dicotyledons. Can you name a fruit whose seeds you eat? Can you remove the seed cut off a seed? Next topic is which plants reproduce from seeds? Most flowering plants reproduce from seeds. Seeds are found in a fruit. What is a seed? Seed is the reproductive part of a plant. It consists of seed coat. It is the outer hard covering of a seed that protects the seed leaves or cotyledons. These contain food for the baby plant or embryo. Seeds like rice, wheat have one cotyledon and are called monocotyledons. Seed leaves or cotyledons. These contain food for the baby plant or embryo. Some seeds like rice, wheat have one cotyledon and are called monocotyledons. Seeds like pea and bean contain two cotyledons and are called dicotyledons. Embryo. It is the small baby plant that grows into a big plant. Next topic is what is germination? Germination is the growth of a seed into a seedling. Seeds only germinate where they get the suitable conditions of air, water and warmth. Like all other living things, seeds require air to breathe. Water softens the seed coat so that the embryo can come out of the seed when it grows. It also helps to change the food present in the cotyledons to a soluble form, which the embryo can use. Warmth is essential for the baby plant embryo to become active to grow. Once the seed gets the right condition, the embryo first starts growing downwards to form the root system called the radicle, and the latter grows upwards to form the shoot system or plumule. Look at the draw. Do you know, will a seed kept in an airtight container germinate? Will a seed kept in the freezer germinate? Will a seed soaked under water germinate? Why do farmers leave space between seeds while sowing them? What is dispersal? Seeds need space to germinate. They require enough air, water and sunlight. Seeds disperse so that they get enough air, water, space and sunlight to grow into a new plant. Dispersal, the scattering of seeds far away from the parent plant. Essence of dispersal. Wind. Seeds that are light and small are dispersed by wind. The seeds of hibiscus and domestic fruit have wings on them and are dispersed by wind. The seeds of cotton maize have tufts. ओके ओके, नीचे करो, एक लाइन नीचे कर दो बस, बस इतना रोक दो. The sheets of cotton and mudder have tufts of hair on them that help them to be carried away by wind. Look at the draw, students. Next topic is water. Plants that grow near the water have fruits and sheets with spongy or fibrous outer covering that help them to float in water. Coconut has a fibrous covering. Lotus sheets are enclosed in a spongy, top-shaped thalamus and are dispersed by water. Next is explosion. The sheets of pea and bean are present inside pods which burst open when ripe, scattering the sheets. Animals. The fruits of some plants have spikes, hooks or stiff hair that stick to the clothes of human or the fur of animals. They are dropped while the animals move. Xanthium fruit, tiger's nail sheets and spear grass fruits are dispersed in the way. Look at the draw. What is vegetative reproduction? Reproduction of plants from their body parts is called vegetative reproduction. In this method, new plants are grown without seeds or spores. Many fruit trees are grown by this method. The fruit produced are smaller in size and are seedless. From stems. Plants like rose, sugarcane and money plant can grow. The stem cuttings develop roots when put in moist soil. Underground stems like onion, ginger and potato have buds on them, which can grow into new plants. Look at the picture, students. From roots. Plants like sweet potato, carrot and wood apple, when left in the soil, grow into new plants. When the roots of plants like dahlia and asparagus are placed in water, fresh roots develop at the lower end and shoots appear at the upper end. When the root cutting of plants like lemon and tamarind come in contact with the moist soil, a new plant develops. Carrot and asparagus. Look at the draw, students. Okay, now next one is from leaves. Plants like Bryophyllum and Begonia elephant ear plant have small buds or leaflets on the margin of their leaves. When the buds come in contact with the moist soil, new plants grow. Look at the draw, students. Which plants reproduce from spores? Plants like fern, moss and mushrooms produce spores which grow into new plants or falling on the moist soil, which grow into new plants on falling on the moist soil. Do you know? Have any seeds or fruit with spines or hooks ever stuck to your clothes? Have you seen birds on a potato? Name another plant that you eat that can reproduce from its root. Have you seen spores on the underside of fern leaves? Next topic is, look at the picture, students. Where did tea originate? Many people like to drink tea. It is prepared in different ways in different parts of India. In Kashmir, green tea is made with crushed almond pieces and is called kahwa. The people of Ladakh make strong tea with green tea, salt and yak butter. The Chinese were the first to start growing tea thousands of years ago for its medicinal value and taste. After that, the Japanese started cultivating tea. Tea cultivation started in India, Assam in 1828. Do you know? Do you enjoy drinking tea? Do people in your house drink tea? Have you seen a tea plantation? What do you think people drank when there was no tea? What is black tea? Tea is an evergreen plant which grows in places at a height of 1000 to 2000 meters. It's continuously trimmed to keep it to a height of 2-3 meters so that it is easy to pluck the leaves. It requires a lot of water and is grown on a hilly area so that extra water can get drained away. Standing water damages the plant. It requires warm weather and many hours of sunshine. In India, it is grown in Assam, Darjeeling and in the Nilgiris. Other plants with foreign origin. There are many other plants other than tea that have had their origin outside India. Look at the table, students. Plant, place of origin, plant, place of origin. Tomato, chili, peanut, origin in South America. Palm, origin in China. Plum, origin in China. Clove, origin in Indonesia. Ginger, origin in South China. Eucalyptus, origin in Australia. Apple, origin in Central Asia. Xinjiang, China. Radish in China. Wheat, Southwest Asia. Syria, Israel. Lemon in Europe. Coffee in Ethiopia. Watermelon in South Africa. Onion in Egypt. Chinar tree in Greece. Raspberry and coriander, England and Morocco. Some flowers also have a foreign origin. The Dahlia has its origin in Mexico, gladiolus in South Africa and chrysanthemum in China. Look at the pictures, students. Okay, now we are here to conclude our chapter with remember points. Like all living things, plants also have the ability to produce more of their own kind. Plants reproduce from seeds or body parts or from spores. Seed is a reproductive part of a plant, has a seed coat, cotyledons and embryo. The change of a seed to seedling is called germination. Air, water and warmth are the conditions that are essential for seeds to germinate. Seed disperse to get enough air, water and space. Wind, water, animals and explosion are the agents of dispersal. Vegetative reproduction is the reproduction of plants from their body parts. Moss, fern and mushrooms reproduce from spores. Many plants like tea, coffee, lemon, clove, plum, etc. have their origin in other countries. Okay students, now we end of our chapter. We will meet in the next class with new chapter. Okay students, keep study and take care. Bye-bye.